Bush. Number 3, Blackwater-gate. The Associated Press reporting that federal prosecutors have now drafted indictments against 6 Blackwater mercenaries who shot up a busy intersection in Baghdad in September of 2007, killing 17 civilians. Unclear what will happen now. Blackwater will claim immunity for its people. The AP reports there'll be no discussion on assault versus manslaughter for another month. And worst of all, there appears to be no way to hold the company as a whole responsible. Number 2, bailout-gate. The Federal Deposit Insurance Company has by itself, without the approval of its masters in the Bush administration, posted on its own website a proposal to take $24 billion out of the bailout and use it directly to prevent 1.5 million American households from facing mortgage foreclosure. Treasury Secretary Paulson just this week said he was rejecting that idea. The bailout is such a disaster that the FDIC is now publicly contradicting the Treasury of the Secretary. And that's the Letterman joke, the Secretary of the Treasury. So say it with me now. Today we call it a bailout. Tomorrow we'll call it the reason Daddy went to jail. And number 1, Siegelman-gate. Time magazine revealing new documents that relate to the imprisonment of the former governor of Alabama, the Democrat Don Siegelman. They make even more plain the political corruption of that prosecution. The local U.S. attorney, Laura Canary, supposedly recused herself from the Siegelman case in 2002 because her husband was a top GOP flunky closely tied to Karl Rove. Yet 3 years later, after the recusal, on September 19, 2005, Ms. Canary was still emailing the senior prosecutors still working on the case. Canary sent a 3-page commentary by Siegelman to the prosecutors with her note that read, "Y'all need to read," because he refers to a survey which allegedly shows 67% of Alabamans believe the investigation of him to be politically motivated. Perhaps this is grounds not to let Siegelman discuss court activities in the media! Exclamation point. Months later, the prosecutors did indeed do exactly that. They petitioned the court to prevent Siegelman from discussing his contention that his prosecution was at all political. Later, they argued that his prison sentence should be lengthened because he made such remarks. It is unclear just how Laura Canary's statements might affect any prison sentence she winds up with.